What is up, guys? It's Yuki. This is a update video on what I've been doing in the past, well, 1 week ever since the new patch dropped. I haven't had a lot of stuff to do. There's been new flag, there's been new GPQ, all that kind of stuff. I haven't done a patch notes video. I'm too lazy to do a patch notes video. Let me know if you guys want a patch notes video, by the way. I will find the time to do one, but for now, I don't plan on doing a patch notes video at all. Other than that, I have been Terra burning. So I've Terra burned the new Kanna on my main account this time, just as a bossing mule. I want to have some fun bossing with it. And Meso grinding, I guess, a little bit when I have time. So this is the Kanna, it's level 222. I started on Wednesday, I think, and right now it's been almost 1 week, it's level 222, so not too bad. It's been a pretty smooth grinding experience. So this is just gonna be an update video on what the Kanna's gear is, what I've done with the Kanna and all that. I've already posted a video of me soloing End Lotus, so that's pretty pog. I managed to solo End Lotus at around 13k stat. With guild skills, of course, and yeah, AK Union, all that kind of shit. But other than that, this is just an update on what the Kanna looks like right now. So this is my stat. I am on EXP. This is with EXP hyperstat, by the way. So if I switch over to bossing hyperstat and bossing union, 1 second. This is my Kanna's bossing stats right now. So we're at about 12k stat around there, 12.1, and we have 86% ID. You can look at the rest of the stats yourself. I have legendary inner ability, 14% meso, 27% crit rate. Crit rate is really nice. I rolled the crit rate down and I was like, I'll keep it. Since I don't have much honor anyways, might as well keep the crit rate. Kanna really struggles with crit rate. As you can see, even with 27% extra crit rate, I only have 96% crit rate. So without sharp eyes, I don't have 100% crit, which is not good. It's not that great. Kanna seriously struggles with crit rate. So like second line crit rate would be optimal, but second line crit rate is super difficult to roll. So I don't plan on going for it on this Kanna. I don't have enough honor, and I'm not gonna spend money on miracle circulators. So the inner ability will just stay like this. Other than that, everything else is pretty standard. I don't have anything too crazy on the Kanna. I can show you the equips. I guess everybody's more interested in the equips, right? What I used to solo End Lotus with. So I have a 10-star Ifya ring. This one's just a placeholder ring. I'm not really going to do anything with it. I'm just waiting for event rings right now, basically. We have the Eternal Flame ring. This one was given out for Terra burning characters for reaching level 210, I think. I think it was 210. It's a unique event ring, basically. I put an airport scroll on it, and I rolled for 9% in on first line and 6% MP. It's kind of useful. It's technically a 2-liner and 2% in on airport. So this one's a decent ring. It's the only decent ring I have, actually. Technically, if I really wanted to, I should really go and get a seed ring, like a RR2 or Weapon Jump 2 or Weapon Jump 3. But that's like for another time. I'm not too bothered with that. I'm not gonna bother too much with seed rings for now. We have the Pink Holy Grail. It's 52 and 4. It's nothing amazing. We have a 10-star Golden Clover Belt, 3% int. The Flame is nice. It's 32 and 6. We have an ACS fan. I dropped this from one of my bossing runs, so I just opened it and decided to use it. It's got a decent flame, 126 magic attack, 6% magic attack, 3% int, 3% magic attack, airport, and Lucid Soul with 24 int on it. Didn't put Augmented Soul on it. Augmented Souls are expensive, so just gonna deal with it. Also, the Lucid Soul is useful for grinding. Kind of. I use it sometimes. Oh, right, I forgot to equip my Dom Pendant. The pendant that I'm using right now is a Prepared Spirit pendant from the event. So Dom Pendant, if I put on the Dom Pendant, the stats change a bit. We're at 13k. I was wondering why I was at 12k actually, but yeah, we're actually at 13k. So this is the free Dom Pendant that we got from level 220, the box. I decided to take the Dom Pendant instead of the fan because 17-star Absol fan is worse than an ACS fan for sure. So I'd rather have a 17-star ACS fan. I'll probably try to get this to 17-star Dream 5, 10, 15. I don't want to spend too much money, but I'll probably try for 17-star on this Dream 5 and 15. Yeah, the flame is okay, the pot is average, the airport is okay, 3% in, yeah. Anyways, moving on. We have a 10-star Absol crown. Flame is decent, 30 and 4, 9% in on main pot and 10 magic attack on airport. So basically for most of my Kanna's equips, what I did was I used the Thought Hammer system to transfer Thought Hammer everything up with the 10 magic attack airport or 2% in. So everything that you see right now has a magic attack airport or percent in airport on it, as well as 9% in. So it's a lot cheaper to do it from level 100 equips, because at level 100 you can roll all of your equips without spending any Meso. Basically, you can just use sus cubes on level 100 equips, and you can roll for 2-line in at epic pot without having to spend any Mesos, and then you can tot that upwards into Absol later on, because like using a sus cube on an Absol is really expensive. Like it costs like 300k or something like that Meso per roll. So like rolling for 9% in at Absol level or at Fafnir level is really expensive. So I don't really suggest it. What you do is basically you go and search on the auction house for like 10 magic attack add pot equipment, and then you epic pot that equipment, and then you roll for 9% in on the main pot, and then you just tot that upwards. The magic attack add pot will stay, and the main pot will also stay at 9% in. So that's what I did for this Absol crown, as well as the rest of my Absols and Fafnirs actually. So condensed strength crystalline, 9%, 13 magic attack add pot. This is a really nice add pot actually. 33 and 5 flame, not too shabby. 15 and 5 flame on the Aqua letter I, 9% in, 2% magic attack, 2% in, sorry, and 2 magic attack. It's not too bad. Downwitch rope, it's 56 and 4 and 9% in and 10 magic attack. Same thing as like I said before. All I did was tot upwards. I got the flame by opening a bunch of like shards from on my main. So my main had like a bunch of the Fafnir shards, so I just opened all of them until I found a good flame, and I fused them until I found a good flame. So this flame I settled with 56 and 4. It's decent. The pants are 40 and 5 and 9% in, 2% in add pot. Same thing, like I said. Boots 9% in, 2% in. The add pot is really sad. If that was 3 magic attack, that would be sick, but it's 3 attack, 3 attack, so it's kind of sad. The flame is nothing special. It's max HP, max MP, and all stat, which is fine, I guess. I'm not like, flames are expensive right now. I'm not going to invest too much into flames, especially for the Kanna. Like, this is perfectly fine already as is. The gloves are 5% all stat, 2.8k HP, 9% int. Airport is 2% int. Absol cape, 10 stars, 9% int, 2% int, airport, plus 6 int. And the flame is 80 int flat. The shoulder, same thing. It's 9% in, 2% in airport. Not much to say for the scrolling. Actually, all my stuff is, as you notice, is not fully perfectly scrolled yet. They're all 30% traced, except for the fan, which is 15% traced. But everything else is like 30% traced. And they're all not perfect traced, obviously, because it's pretty difficult to perfect trace. I didn't want to spend like a bunch of money on CSS and Enos, so whatever, the tracing doesn't matter to me right now. And I'm using Dear Sitters, 10 star, 16 and 3, 3% in. So, and the emblem, yeah, the emblem is pretty nice. It's 6 magic attack, 3 damage, 15 IED. So, and 3% magic attack airport. So like this is actually a really nice emblem at Epic. Don't plan on changing it anytime soon. And the Haku fan is a 12-star ACS fan that I opened from box. It's a 6 magic attack, 3% magic attack on the airport. So yeah, as you can see, all my equips are all epic. None of them are unique or legend, which just goes to show how strong or how important it is to have a strong union. 1, to have a strong union. AK union is very, very important. And 2, to have strong monster life. So a lot of my damage, now you can mouse over your stuff, right? And you can see where all your damage comes from. A lot of my damage comes from both mon life and from, as you can see, I get 13% bots from mon life and 12% damage for 13% damage from mon life. So that's total of 26% in total from mon life, as well as like a lot of crit rate. I get like 15% crit rate from mon life. And IED, as you can see, I get some from the title, some from my own skills, and not a lot from my equipment. So it's not as if you need legend or even unique equipment to be able to solo up to End Lotus. Just my setup right now works well enough for End Lotus, especially if you have a nice guild. My guild Vespa is pretty good guild skills. Nowadays, I think a lot of like, semi-active guilds, like Vespa is not a huge guild, but Vespa is a pretty decent guild. Like, for like, I'm basically, this is not my main guild. This is a guild that I joined together with most of my friends, and as long as you do like a decent amount of flag and a decent amount of sewers, you don't even need to be like within the top 20 or whatever. You will get decent guild skills, so you can get 15, 15, 15 already, just by itself in Vespa, which is great. So join Vespa today. Just throwing in a small advertisement there. But yeah, this is the guild skills were really important as well, and also core gemstones. So I'm not gonna say that this is like an F2P kind of, you can achieve this by being F2P. There's no way. So But with a bunch of effort, it should be possible to get to this level to create a Lomium mule like this. Basically, I dumped about 1.5k cores, all from grinding on my main into this Kanna. 1.5k sounds like a lot, and it is a lot, but over a long course of grinding, you should be able to get a bunch of cores as well. This is what my V matrix looks like. I don't have all max skills, only some of my skills are maxed. Actually, this is a grinding cores. If I put on the bossing cores, these two are bossing. You can see all the levels of my stuff. I have basically the bossing cores are maxed, but the grinding ones aren't, and like Shiki, Tengu, and Spirit Core are not maxed. Okay, so I've also been asked a lot to do like a semi Kanna guide, or like what cores, like, cause one of the questions I get asked a lot is like what cores you should get on Kanna and why you should get these things on Kanna and all that. I'm not a Kanna expert. I play the class casually. I played the class extensively from like 250 to 260, but mostly casual. Like I'm not like an expert bosser or whatever, but in my opinion, the best calls for Kanna, I can show you all of them, I guess. These are the calls that I would highly recommend getting on Kanna. Shiki Haunting, Clay Yaksha, Kishin Shokan, Yin Yang, Tengu, Spirit Corral, Vanquisher, Ninetail, and Celestial. So it's a lot of calls. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 total boost nodes that you need. And my recommendation is to create boost nodes that are for grinding and for bossing. So what I mean by this is that you should separate your grinding and bossing nodes. And the reason why you do this is because for Kanna, you actually really lack V matrix slots. So for example, if I were to go into like what I will use for bossing, so I'll put Stone on, I'll put Sengoku Ally, I'll probably take this out and I'll put on Spirit Pentacle. Oh my, this is on cooldown. Okay, just imagine that Spirit Pentacle is here instead. And you will see that this is my full bossing setup. I'll have all the nodes that I want boosted. Basically, I'll have Vanquisher Charm, Ninetail Fury, Celestial Fury level 60. I'll have Shiki, Tengu, and Spirit Core at level 60. And these are what I consider the bossing nodes. These are all level 60, right? You'll notice that you don't have enough slots to put in a lot of stuff that is also just as crucial for bossing as anything else. So if I were to list out the cores that I think are crucial for bossing, Blink, Speed Infusion, Sharp Eyes, for sure Sharp Eyes, Combat Orders, Sakano Blessing, Overload Mana, and E-Form. So if you count them, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more cores. Assuming that you're not putting HS on. So you need 7 more slots. So imagine if I had to put in all of those decents as well, and all those other auxiliary cores, it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you need 7 more slots. So at level 255, then you'll be able to fit everything that you want in. And this is assuming that you are not putting in this other tricore, which is the grinding one, which is why I highly recommend you having one bossing one and one grinding tricore, because the grinding tricores to me are not important when you're bossing. For example, Kishin Shokan, Clay Yaksha, and Yin Yang Force, these are not that strong for bossing because you don't use them that often. These skills are pretty much useless for bossing, in my opinion. Meanwhile, like Vanquisher Charm, Ninetail, and Celestial Fury are super important for bossing. They deal a lot of damage. So in my opinion, what you should do is you should hunt for perfect tricores. So like, let's say you want to boss or you want to grind. Let's say you want to grind. Like let's say I'm in bossing mode right now and I have all my bossing tricores. But what if I want to switch to grinding? Basically, if you want to switch to grinding, you can just do this. Take these out, put these in, and tada! You're equipped for grinding because your Kishin, your Yaksha, and your Yin Yang are all boosted. So you are ready to grind now. And on the other hand, if you want to switch to bossing, then you have to swap out these tricores like this, and it's very simple, because you can just swap 1 for 1 for the tricores. Imagine if you didn't have perfect tricores. Like if your tricores were mixed, it would be much more difficult. Because if your tricores are mixed, it means that you have to equip all 6 of your slots, all 6 boost nodes all at once to get both the grinding and the bossing tricores in at the same time. Because if they are mixed, let's say you have like Ninetail, Vanquisher, and Kishin, that means that you need to equip both. You need to equip Ninetail, Vanquisher, and Kishin even while you're grinding. And Ninetail and Vanquisher are not useful for grinding at all. So I would highly recommend that you create perfect tricores. So, speaking of which, the other tricore that you have is Tengu, Spirit Corral, and Shikigami. This is useful for both bossing and grinding, which is why you never ever switch this tricore out. The Spirit Corral, Shiki, and Tengu one. This one is useful for both, because for mobbing, Tengu is great, Shiki is great, Spirit Corral is great, and for bossing, all 3 skills are also great. So yeah, you kind of get the picture. Basically, you have 2 that are bossing specific and 2 that are grinding specific, and you just swap them in and out as you need. It's a lot better because you definitely need to save on slots as a Kanna. Like, if you want to have like a perfect setup for bossing, you really need like 7 more slots, like I said, right? So it's very difficult to have, like, you have a very rough time all the way to 255 if you can't have all your decents, because for Kanna, decents are incredibly important. Like, all your decents are incredibly important. DSI is important, DSE is obviously important, DCO is super important. DCO, Kanna is one of the strongest classes that can be affected by DCO because all your 4th drop skills are insanely good. Sakuno's Blessing is super important. Sakuno's Blessing is insane amount of final damage for your burst. And Hyper Body is debatable. If you didn't HP wash back in the day, you'd probably need Hyper Body for extra magic attack from your Haku buff. And Overload Mana, obviously important. That's final damage. Ethereal Form, obviously important. It's one of your iframes, or pseudo iframes. And Erda's Will is like, you know, depends. If you're doing Black Mage, then yeah, of course you need Erda's Will. And the rest is self-explanatory, like Spirit Pentacle, Blink. Yeah. Even Rope Lift is kind of nice as well because it gives you 30 all stat at level 30. So it's just free stat, right? You need so many V-Matrix slots that it's quite impossible for you to fit in both grinding and bossing tricores all in one shot. So unless you plan on going like 275, 280, something like that. Yeah, if you plan on going that far, then I guess you can mix them. But in the early game, definitely split them. So yeah, that's the current state of my Kanna right now. I would say in terms of Meso, I've invested maybe 6-7 bill into the Kanna. Something like that. Oh, and of course symbols. I prepared these symbols from my main, so I just cut them over using the Arcane Catalyst. So that's why my symbols are so high level, even though I just reached Latch. But yeah, I would say that I was invested maybe 6-7 bill in terms of the equips and all that. Not counting the cores. The cores are separate, like 1k plus cores is about separate. As I spent about 1.3, 1.4k cores. Yeah, it's separate from all the rest of the cores. So you don't need to spend as much as I did. I would say the cores are definitely overkill because I went for perfection and I literally maxed everything that I set out to max. Except for Stone. I like a few of the stuff is like under level, it's not maxed yet, but a lot of it is maxed. Like HS for example, and like all of this is maxed. I would say maybe you will need like 700, maybe 800 cores to get yourself like super ready. And if you disassemble the cores that are redundant, then I think you'll be able to reach around the same level as this Kanna. So yeah, that's an update. That's basically everything. I had a lot of fun in the End Lotus solo. I don't know about End Damien. I think End Damien is gonna be a pain to do. Like, Damien is so tanky. It's like a lot tankier than Lotus is, and my Lotus run already took 20 minutes. So I think Damien will take like 30 minutes, like the full timer, and I don't really wanna go through with that. That's terrible. That sounds terrible to me. Anyways, future plans for this Kanna. I think in the future, I will definitely try and upgrade more gear. Try and get 17 stars on like most of the stuff. Especially the ring slots. I need event rings for those. I'll try and go for 17 stars on the fans, the 2 fans, the Haku and the ACS fan, as well as from the Absols and the Fafnirs. Probably go for 17 and leave it at that, so that this Kanna can become a efficient Enlomian Mew. I think that's basically as far as I'm willing to take the Kanna. I don't plan on bringing it to Black Mage. I don't plan on bringing it to hard bosses unless my friends need like someone to go hard bosses with them as a Kanna Mew. I probably won't take this Kanna anywhere near hard bosses. Yeah, it's basically just gonna be an Enlomian Mew. It's actually a decent amount of income actually. Like because of the dynamic crystal changes, Enlomian crystals are worth quite a lot more now. Well, they're going to be worth quite a lot more in the future. So eventually the Kanna will pay itself back. Once I get to boss more on it every week and all that. So yeah, should be fun. I'm pretty sure I'll stop at Endomian. Maybe I'll try for Elucid solo, but Elucid solo is kind of, I mean, there's no real reason to solo Elucid, to be honest. Soloing Endomian now is actually a pretty good source of income because Endomian actually drops like Crimson Flames, it drops like Sparkling Potions, boss MVPs, and stuff like that. So, and Yellow Cubes. So like, it's a bit of nice side income, I guess, for me. It's a long-term project. I don't plan on rushing anything on this Kanna. So yeah, in terms of upgrades, I think definitely the earring, the ring slots, the belt probably have to be changed. I will even get like maybe even a clean Tyrant belt would probably be better than this belt right now, or at least close to better than this belt right now. So definitely things to upgrade on, and of course like Android and Heart. these two can't really be rushed. Probably wait for the next Beauty Rod event before I get Android for it. There's a rumored DMT that's coming up soon, and I don't plan on spending anything on this Kanna for DMT. I think I've already reached like one of the major goals, which is Emblem, so no plans on going much further than that. So no point upgrading too much also lah. Like once I get 17 star and everything, it should make the bossing a lot more smooth on this Kanna. I think Emblem will probably take me, like Lotus will probably take me like at most 15 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes, and Damien will probably like 15 to 20 minutes. So that's pretty good to me. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, Kanna is a very strong class. I can say that much. Kanna is a super strong class. I think yeah, if anybody is looking to, you know, make a second main or to, you know, start out in the game, Kanna is definitely the class that you should choose. The grinding is also very efficient. I guess I can, now if you catch me on stream, you will see me grinding on the Kanna. It's super efficient. You can make a decent amount of Meso. Yeah, and basically as a Meso grinding character, it's super good. Like, so if you don't want to spend too much money on the game, you want to F2P your way through, definitely use Kanna. Kanna is super good for that. But yeah, those are my closing thoughts on the Kanna. Thank you guys for watching the video. I will see you guys probably in the next video. I don't know what we're going to do. I think next video will probably be me doing Heretic Healer Liberation. And possibly Kanna, like more Kanna stuff, like maybe Endamian and yeah. Oh, and let me know if you want me to do a patch notes review. Like, we can look through the patch notes and I can point out the important things. Anyways, that's all from me for now. I gotta go jump flag. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.